Hi everyone, this is Audapostrophe. Let's continue our game of Lovekami Divine Stages on Nintendo Switch. They're right in the middle of the qualifier now. Only those goddesses who make it through the 3-month qualifier voting will have a chance to perform in the main audition. Every night, the little hatchling divine idols do their best to make it to the final round. I think I get the gist of it. It sounds like you two are in a tight spot.
神様アイドル用の衣装がないとやっぱり人気は出ないのかなと思って。それでお姉ちゃんが話してた辰巳屋さんに衣装を仕立ててもらおうと思って来たのよ。かぐらちゃんも同じかしら。
私はちゃんとアイドル服持ってるよ。今日はここの噂を聞いて偵察に来ただけ。
What the heck did she mean by scouted out? I was interested to know what kind of rumors she heard.
噂は正しかったみたいだね。L7 の弁財天サラがここにいるんだもん。
L7 の衣装は全員ここで作ってもらってるからね。
Oh, I get it. You thought that if you had your outfits made at the same place as L7, you'd share some of their popularity. To preserve their privacy, Tatsumi's never reveals details of their customers in public. But among the goddesses, it looks like our shop was developing a bit of a reputation. Okay then, Miss Kishoten, well, why don't we discuss the details of your outfit?
かぐらはどうするの？あなたもここで新しい衣装を仕立てる？
私はやめとく。お金ないし。
Even if they were goddesses, they still had the same money problems as humans. Leaving aside Sarah and her success with L7, for most goddesses, things rarely went the way they wanted.
でもどうしよう。このままじゃ予選の順位も上がらないよね。
私も衣装を作ったからって急激に順位が上がるとも思えないし。みんな凝った衣装を着てるからそれが大きな売りになるとは思えないわね。
Kagura and Shuri both had troubled expressions, and even Sarah looked thoughtful, like she was getting reeled into their problems. Hey, Sarah. As a current L7 member, do you have any advice for them?
そうね。
サラさん、ぜひ私にアドバイスしてください。
私もよろしくお願いします、サラさん。
The desperate pair drew in close to Sarah. But she just looked upset.
ごめんなさい。それはできません。関係者だから特定の神様に協力はできないの。
Since she was a member of L7, she would be involved in the decision side of things. Since the slightest bit of advice could come across as a breach of impartiality, she had to be careful with every word. Oh, I see. That's fair enough.
サラさんに相談するなんて甘かったのかな。
みんなそれぞれ自分の力だけで頑張ってるんだもんね。
You're best on your own, huh? I guess idol auditions were always lonely battles. But then I thought again, is that really so? I wonder. What about doing it together instead of on your own? Even if everyone was a rival, it did mean you had to be enemies. By cooperating with another goddess in the same situation, at the very least the battle would no longer be lonely.
なるほど。ユニットを組むってことね。
おお。
面白いかもしれないわね。オーディション活動をソロでやるなんて決まりはないんだし。よーし。
じゃあ私とシュリでユニットを組もう。決まりだね。
ちょっと待って。
Shuri kept herself under control, throwing a bit of a damper on Kagura's enthusiasm.
ユニットを組むアイデアはいいと思うけど、その相手があなたである必要はないでしょ。
それはそうだけど。
でもそんな都合よくユニット相手が見つかるかしら。別に神楽がダメとは言ってません。ユニットを組むにふさわしいかどうか確認したいだけです。相手を誰にするかで勝敗は大きく変わってくるはず。だからここは慎重に行きたいの。
I understand what you're trying to say, but how exactly do you plan to make that kind of judgment?
神楽のオーディションの順位次第ね。私より大幅に下だとしたらさすがに組めないから。アマーズ神楽、今のあなたの順位は？
確か34位だったと思うけど。やっぱり低すぎるかな。シリはもっとずっと上なんだよね。
それはその。
Shitty was clearly avoiding eye contact. She didn't seem to want to say her own rank.
どれどれ、シュリちゃんの順位はと。
Sarah took out her smartphone and started to check the rankings on the spot.
待て、39位よ。
Well below Kagura.
私の方が全然上だよ。
なかなかの実力者のようね。いいわ、あなたとユニットを組んであげる。
Shitty spoke down to Kagura, despite the fact that Kagura was higher on the list.
よっしゃー。ならユニット結成ってことでいいね。後でゴニョゴニョ言ってもダメだから。
分かってるわよ。一度決めたことについて後からとやかく言わない。
She seemed to reach a resolution. They would surely be butting heads from here on out, but we were witnessing the birth of an improvised divine idol duo. But what specifically are you going to do as a duo?
同じ歌を歌ってダンスを合わせるとか？
その程度しか思いつかないわね。
サラさん。
Even though she just denied them, Kagura continued to try to butter up Sarah. Sarah couldn't resist that kind of schmoozing and couldn't keep brushing her off.
気持ちはわかるけど、やっぱりダメよ。それに同じ神様の私に聞いてどうするの？人を喜ばせるためのアイドル活動なんだから、神様の意見じゃなく人の意見を参考にしなさい。ってことは。
Shitty and Kagura turned their eyes to me. Hold on now, me?
だってここにいる人間はあなただけだし。
ユニットのアイデアをくれたのもヤマトだしね。
オーディションのライバル同士を組ませるなんて発想、普通はなかなか出てこないものよ。
It looked like their esteem for me was rising. It was true, though, that goddesses became idols to collect Sakimitama, so I understood why they would ask a human's opinion. But why me?
もしかして迷惑だったかな。
No, it's no trouble, just...
今頼れるのはあなただけなの。お願いヤマト、私たちに力を貸して。
Why me was all I kept thinking. But after all, I was the one who offered them this twinkle of hope, not someone else. Okay, fine. If I'm the one you want, then I guess I'll help out. I, Yamato Tatsumi, as a representative of humanity, will cooperate with your pop group, Shuri Kishoten and Kagura Amazu.
ありがとうヤマト。
ヤマト。
Shuri and Kagura were overcome with happiness and wrapped me in hugs.
ヤマトくんってばモテモテね。いえ、これはそういうんじゃなく、これは一時の気の迷いというか勢いでしちゃっただけで。
Shuri backed away, almost pushing me over in the process. I was glad to be released, but still a little sad.
なら私が代わりに。
いえ、それはちょっとダメというか、ユニットを組むのはこの私ですから。
Interrupting Sarah as she tried to muscle in on me, she grabbed the cuff of my sleeve. She seemed to be showing that although she didn't want to hug me, she didn't want to hand over her spot. Oh, are we gonna get a title song? Have we got that yet? While I waited for Shirley to get her idol outfit sorted, I stood by in my room. To kill time, I tried to figure out what the pair should do as a duo by looking up ideas on the net. After about an hour, Shirley was finally ready to show her outfit.
お待たせ、二人とも。
どうだった？衣装の方は？
それがよくわかんなくて、だからこんな感じでっていうイメージだけ伝えて、あとはお任せにしちゃった。
I wondered if it was a good idea to be so vague about her own outfit, but actually most goddesses did the same. We usually just asked what general image they wanted, then used that for some more striking design. That's why Tatsumi's was so popular with goddesses, in fact.
細かい注文を出しても時間がかかるばかりだし、これで良かったのかもしれないわね。
The audition qualifier had already started. If she wanted to show off her new outfit, she needed it to be finished as soon as possible.
それにサラさんも相談に乗ってくれるみたいだし。
そういうのはいいんだ。
She's been providing her opinion at Tatsumi's for a while now. I guess she'll be fair, so it won't affect the audition. Shuri's outfit wouldn't be getting any special treatment. Our other entrants would have exactly the same chance. Well then, now that Miss Kishoten is here, why don't we talk about the duo?
その前に一つだけいい？
Shuri said, raising her hand.
そのシュリさんってのやめてほしいんだけど。
そうそう、私もそれ気になってた。私のことはカグラって呼び捨てにするのに、シュリだけさん付けってのはやっぱり変だよ。
You don't mind if I just call you Shuri?
怒らないわよ。とにかくカグラと同じにして。
Okay, got it, Shuri.
それでよし。
Shuri seemed pretty condescending, unlike Kagura, but I guess I could let it go since it was just her character. Let's start with what we know about your current situation. I opened up the site for L7's new member audition. There was all kinds of stuff on there, but mainly it announced the voting results in real time.
私の今の順位はと、やっぱり39位か。ダメすぎる。
Shuri's rank hadn't changed since she had told us what it was earlier. Currently, there were 52 goddesses in the preliminaries. When you thought of it that way, Shuri was far into the bottom half. Next, let's look at Kagura.
私は34位。ここんとこずっとこの辺をフラフラしてるんだよね。
それでも私より上だからいいわよ。
They had paired up into one duo, but they were still rivals. Once they noticed even the smallest difference in rank, it would be tough to let it go. You need to think of this ranking as just a point of reference. The problem is, how do you move up in the ranks? I feel sorry to say it, but it didn't seem like Shuri or Kagura had any particular plans for the qualifier. As Hatchling Divine Idols, they were just doing the same things as always.
なら、ヤマトはどうしたらランクアップできると思う？
You've only just formed the duo, so nothing's going to change immediately. You'll have to take it easy and let everyone find things out little by little.
そんな悠長なこと言って、時間は残り少ないのよ。
I know. So you'll have to use the time you have left efficiently. You'll have to announce what you're doing as a duo every day. If you guys try lots of stuff, building your pairing through trial and error, and let everyone see that, I think it would be really interesting.
いいじゃない。ファンの反応も良くなりそう。
いきなり完璧にするなんて無理だしね。少しずついいユニットにしていけばいいよ。
It looked like Shuri and Kagura agreed. So all that was left was to get started. So, the first thing is to announce the formation of your duo. I switched to my smartphone to record video and turned it on Shuri and Kagura. Goddesses in the competition could upload pictures and videos to the audition website.
ちょっとまだ撮ってないわよね。
アイドルの衣装はどうする？
私が制服なんだからカグラも合わせなさいよ。
Luckily, they went to the same school, so their matching uniforms helped them look like a real duo. Ready? Let's get rolling.
待って、いきなり言われても困るし、ユニット結成宣言だよね。何を言えばいいの？
自分の名前とユニットを結成しますってだけでいいんじゃないかな。
それだけ？そんな適当なのでいいの？
You're a duo that's started through momentum and improvisation, so I think that's a good way to start. Rather, that's all these two can handle right now. They just ran into each other the first time today and became a duo to help break through the audition qualifier. Right now, they're just riding the moment. Who knows what will happen after this? It's exciting to think about. Okay, we're rolling. This time, they let me start recording. Shuri was still flustered, while beside her, Kagura kept poking her with her elbow.
ちょっと私からなの？吉祥天シュリです。
アマーズカグラだよ。
この度私とカグラはユニットを結成することにしました。わ
ーい、パチパチパチ。
ってカグラも何か言いなさいよ。
了解。2人でオーディション予選を突破するためにライバルだけど手を組むことにしました。1人じゃ無理でも2人ならなんとかなるってやつだね。
正直ユニットを組む相手がこの子でいいのかものすごく不安ですが。
ちょっと待って、それはこっちのセリフだし。これでも今の順位は私の方が上なんだからね。
下位の順位差なんてほとんど意味ないんだから。
それでも今は私が上だもん。つまりシュリより人気があるってことでしょ。
くぬぬ。
だから2人のユニットは私がリーダーでいいよね。
ちょっと待ちなさい。それだけは譲れないわ。
いや、これは確定事項だから。ユニットの名前もカグラ&シュリで決定だよ。
そこはシュリ&カグラでしょ。っていうか何その名前並べただけのユニット名は。
正式なのはそのうち決めればいいじゃん。とにかく仮でもいいから名前つけとかないと。カグラ&シュリかっこ仮だし。
くぬぬ。
ウキキ。
Okay, cut. Oh, you two are perfect together. I figured that was the perfect timing to end the video. Just then, the two of them came back to their senses.
待って、今のはさすがになしよね。もう一回撮り直すんでしょ。
Wow, you guys were great.
いやでもユニット組むって言ってるそばから口喧嘩しちゃってるじゃない。
そうそう。だからおとなしくカグラ&シュリかっこ仮にしとけばよかったんだよ。
あんたもしつこいわね。
そっちこそ細かいことでぐちぐちとは。
Shuri and Kagura reached critical mass almost immediately. Their personalities were fundamentally just too different. I think it's great if you start out rough. That way the attraction becomes wondering how you'll ever make it.
なるほど。
さすが私。何も言われなくても空気読めてる。
空気読めてないでしょあんたは。
If they could keep up this kind of back and forth, they had so much potential. And as for the point of contention, the duo name. Since you guys are arguing over the name so much, why not leave that up to a vote as well? We could just decide it based on comments fans leave on the video. After all, it's just a temporary name, so changing it won't be a problem.
それは面白そうね。話題性もあるし、参加できるってのもいいと思う。
じゃあ早速アップしてみようよ。
Since it was settled, I uploaded the video to each of their accounts directly from my smartphone. Then I left a comment asking for people to vote on the temporary name, and we were all ready.
どうかなどうかな。
そんなすぐに反応あるはずないでしょ。
あ、コメントついた。おお、なんという反応速度。
シュリカグラ、かっこ仮に1票だって。
まだまだ始まったばかりだもん。
さーて、どうかしら。
This audition was getting a lot of attention, so the responses were really fast. The view count was already going through the roof, and comments were rolling in. I think it does have a good hook, where you're off to a good start.
バッチリ狙い通りじゃない。
全部ヤマトが考えてくれた作戦だけどね。
わかってるわよ。私だってちゃんと感謝してるし。ありがとね、ヤマト。あなたのおかげでうまくいきそう。
Oh, I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Apparently, it was embarrassing having to thank me again, as Shuri's face went bright red and she kept fidgeting. Being treated like that made me feel self-conscious too. Well, at any rate, it looks like your duo is officially started. Let's keep this momentum up. Boy, the game has trouble running, doesn't it? You can definitely tell there's slowdown when there's just two characters on the screen. Shuri and Kagura's announcement caused quite a reaction, considering they were practically unknown before. The spontaneous, unrehearsed way they spoke and argued with each other was well received. But it's not working out quite as well as I thought. There definitely been a positive response, but it wasn't enough to affect their popularity yet. So far, people seem to appreciate that it was a novel idea, but that was all. If we didn't follow up with some real updates, they could easily lose interest. With that in mind, I felt half expectant, half worried.
だけど、こんなにコメントがついてるってだけで嬉しいわね。
Unlike me, Shuri had really cheered up.
これまでアップした写真や動画にはこんなに反応なかったから。
Really?
界の神様アイドルなんて全然相手にされないもの。コメントつ、
私はシュリよりマシだけど、でも今上位にいる子たちとは全然比べ物になんないよ。
I see. As far as Shuri and Kagura were concerned, our opening move was already a success, even if the effect was less dramatic than I'd been hoping for. I'd looked at the girls' individual photos and videos, and they all had less than 10 comments. This video had already broken that record several times over. I could understand their excitement.
つかみは OK って感じね。なかなかいいスタート切れたんじゃない？
そうだね。まあ唯一にして最大の問題はシュリ&カグラかっこ仮になっちゃったことなんだけどさ。
これが世間の正当な評価ということよ。思い知りなさい。
By noon, the comments gave Shuri a slight lead in the race for top billing. So for today at least, they'd be going under the name Shuri and Kagura TBC. Why not start off with a little informal rehearsal?
OK! シュリ&カグラ、かっこ仮のリーダーであるこの私が練習用の機材を提供してあげるわね。
屈辱だー。
The name and leader of the duo was decided by public vote. I'd be telling the results every day afternoon, so the leader's reign only lasted for one day.
明日は絶対私が勝つもん。
はいはい。じゃあ始めるわよ。
Refusing to rise to Kagura's bait, Shuri set up her equipment. It was the same stuff she always used for her street performances. I'm all set too. Just begin whenever you're ready. I'd been given the role of filming Shuri and Kagura during their practice sessions. This time, instead of filming on my phone, I was using a video camera I borrowed from my parents.
カグラも L7 の曲ならわかるでしょ。ボーカルはいいからダンスだけやってみましょう。
オッケー。じゃあ私はサラさんのパートにしようかな。
じゃあ私はお姉ちゃんのパートで。
After another 3 minutes of discussing technical details, the little meeting came to an end. Well, glad it's all settled. Start the music. A light rhythmic intro started to flow from the speaker. It was one of L7's songs, one that even I knew. Shuri and Kagura adjusted their positions and began to dance in time with the music. As I watched, I got the feeling that they might make a good team after all, for the first few seconds. Shuri stepped on Kagura's foot.
ちょっと邪魔しないでよ。
そっちこそ自分の場所を守ってよね。
カグラってば手を振りすぎ、危ないじゃない。
ダンスは大きく動かなきゃみんなに伝わらないんだよ。
Even as they argued, they continued to dance. Maybe it would have been a better idea to stop them. How about you both move a little more apart for the moment? Both of them were getting in each other's way. They had to move further and further apart until they had enough space to dance without colliding. But moving that far apart was the worst thing a duo could do. Okay, that's enough.
なかなかのものだったでしょ。
私ダンスには自信あるんだ。シュリよりは良かったと思うんだけど。
Hold on just a second. Sorry, but neither of you were any good. You're supposed to be working together here, not doing your own thing. I gave the girls my honest opinion. Learning not to be afraid of bumping into each other was going to be an especially important point.
でも誰かに合わせるのって難しいっていうか。
カグラのダンスってちょっと独特だからね。あ、一応褒めてるのよ。いい特徴だと思うから。
Shuri had a real knack for not provoking others even when she was criticizing them. I guess she really was thinking seriously about the duo. Do you have any ideas, Shuri?
カグラが合わせられないなら私が合わせるしかないかなって。
いいの？
その方がまとまりそうだしね。それにダンスに関してはあなたの方が上手みたいだから。
ありがとう。そう素直に褒められるとなんだか照れちゃうね。
その代わりボーカルはこっちに合わせて。歌唱力についてはそこそこ自信あるんだから。
The girls managed to allocate their respective roles. Kagura was in charge of dance steps, while Shuri would provide the main vocals. Okay, let's try it with the vocals this time. Back to practice. I hope they do a little better now that they were on better terms.
こそ歌超うまいじゃん。私自信なくなっちゃうよ。
それはこっちのセリフよ。もうこの先うまくいくか不安になっちゃう。
We repeated the same song several times, practicing both the steps and the lyrics. Shitty and Kagura were totally exhausted. It's only the first day, and you still got plenty of time to improve. And you're more comfortable working together now, right?
そうね。少なくとも100割分担はこれでいいと思うわ。
それぞれ同じくらいのレベルだったら絶対口論になってたと思うし。
ダンスはあんたにかなわないわ、カグラ。
歌はシュリの勝ちでいいよ。争う気にもなんない。
とりあえずユニットとして共闘しましょう。
Shitty held out her hand.
うん、期待してる。二人で頑張ろう。
The two girls shook hands.
ヤマト、ちゃんと撮ってる？
Of course.
さすが撮影担当だね。いいシーンは逃さない。
I gave them a thumbs up. There, it's done. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching... Come on, get in there. Wow, such a weird menu system. Just trying to deal with it. There we go. Oh man, you can definitely tell it's made for a mouse and keyboard. Oh. You've been watching Lovekami Divinity stage on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, like I said, this is a real, just fun, happy comedy. I'm assuming it's not a romantic comedy. Maybe it is, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.